Pregame.com.
Welcome back to Pregame.tv. Now we're going to a meaningless game in the NFL after that last one. We're going to take a look at Carolina and San Francisco. Anybody care about this one?
I don't know. You just tell me what color shirt am I wearing here?
Blue?
Yeah, it looks more like a teal blue.
Teal blue? Okay.
You know, might set the
Playing the Miami Marlins or what?
Set the tone for this one.
All right. Well, you've got a team here, Carolina, that's playing well right now. They're flying under the radar, okay? Because nobody likes Cam Newton. Everybody, is quick to bash, Cam Newton, but he's not making any mistakes this year. The team's playing great defense. They're winning. I know they're winning over a soft schedule, but in the NFL, you can only beat who's in front of you. And San Francisco, after a couple mediocre games at the beginning of the season, they struggled with Green Bay. Green Bay went up and down the field with them, and then Seattle, knocked the snot out of them. A lot of people lost their respect for San Fran, but now everybody that I talk to and listen to pretty much has San Francisco in the top 3 teams in the NFC.
Yeah, don't forget they got buried at home by my Colts.
The Colts did bury them at home.
Of course, that was without Vernon Davis. A lot of people got to remember, they'll say, oh, that's only one guy. Well, when you're running, 50% of your offense around that one guy, that's a huge guy to lose.
All right, Brian, we'll open with you because this is Ken's game. We'll see what we'll save the master here for last.
I don't have anything on the side, but I think there's some value here on the total. Everybody who's going off of season stats, both of these teams played a whole lot differently when they were early on in the season as opposed to now. They both have very similar quarterbacks who are better coming out of the pocket, being able to run, throw the ball on the run. Early in the season, I think both teams, I can almost guarantee the coaches were saying, because they don't really have any backups, don't get hurt. We can't afford you to get hurt. So they were making them do things that they weren't normally used to doing. The offense has struggled. As the season has gone along, you've seen both of these guys get out of the pocket a lot more. The offenses are a little bit more dynamic. This line, to me, is based on the entire season when I think it should be based on the way they played lately. I kind of like the over here.
That's a great analogy, though, by the way. You broke it down perfectly because, both Newton and Kaepernick were being held back. The reins were on them. As soon as they let the reins off, we're watching both teams excel.
Well, you know what, Ken? What you want to give a little bit of teaser here, or do you want to make it official?
No, I'm still contemplating how much money I'm going to put on Jacksonville because you convinced me on that.
So if we don't see him next week, we know what happened.
All right, yeah. Well, I'll be texting you on Sunday.
Yes,
don't worry.
You will. I know you will.
I'll let you know whenever that score rolls in. You know what, Ken? This is your free pick. Let's make it official, and let's see if we can debate or not.
There you go. You know we will. All right, and the shirt, well, it's kind of like for you old folks out there that remember to tell the truth where the guy would get halfway up and, nah, you're not the guy. So basically, I'm on the Niners, and here's why. Niners coming off a bye. Yes, Carolina's playing outstanding football, but they're running into the wrong defense. It gets Aldon Smith back. You don't think this kid coming out of rehab is going to be jacked up, ready to play? He's fired up just to be back on the squad. Harbaugh let him back. He's got to watch his P's and Q's. Also, Mario Manningham is back. That is huge. Now, Crabtree's starting to practice, but he's not ready to go in this game. But having Manningham, another deep threat, Niners need that big time because that'll take pressure off Vernon Davis, and you'll find Davis open over the middle, one-on-one, because he still has that wide receiver speed. Also, love the running game. Got Gore, got Kendall Hunter, got these two guys that are a 1-1A, very solid. And then, like Brian was alluding to, that Kaepernick is starting to tuck the ball under and run. And the difference between Newton doing his thing, Kaepernick doing his thing, the Niner defense, to me, heads and shoulders above Carolina's. As much as I like Carolina's D, I think the Niners' D is just much better. And I think they're playing even better than Seattle's defense. I give Seattle the edge as far as the corners, but as far as the overall defense, Justin Smith and company, give it to the Niners there. And I think they're going to slow Cam and company down. I think D'Angelo Williams will struggle to run. Greg Olsen's been key. Finally, Cam Newton's looking Greg Olsen's way first before Steve Smith, who got a lot of attention. But you got to keep an eye on the tight end, and I think San Francisco will do that. They'll keep him in check. I think it'll be a tight game for a while, maybe till the third quarter. See the Niners pulling away, winning by double digits, somewhere in the neighborhood 13 to 14 points. I like the Niners in this one, somewhere around 31 to 17. I think it'll be a higher scoring game like Brian was talking about, because I think the Niners will be able to exploit that Carolina defense a little bit. So should be a great game. That's my play, pregame.tv. Give me the Niners at home off the bye, minus the 6.5. As long as it's under a touchdown, I'm good to go. I'll take San Fran.
All right, there you go. Ken says to take San Francisco minus the 6.5. I'm going to throw in and not so fast, my friend Alan.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Lee.
I got to do. I got to. Brian had to disagree with one. I got to disagree here. I'm a guy that when I look at numbers, and there's certain numbers in the NFL that are trigger points to me, and maybe I have too much respect for the lines maker. But with everything you said in the soft schedule of Carolina and everybody and getting players back, why did they not bring this game out at the touchdown?
If they do, they bring all Carolina money.
I
That's
think
what
it
I was
goes-
looking for at 7, and I didn't see 7.
I think
so
you'll
didn't
see
play.
7 on Sunday.
Do you really?
Yep, I do.
I may get involved.
I think Carolina is underrated here. They have only allowed one team to rush for over 100. Now, there's no way they're going to keep San Francisco under 100, but San Francisco's bread and butter has been the running. If they contain that enough to make, Colin Kaepernick have to, play quarterback this week, it's going to be a little bit different. And they've been getting turnovers, Carolina. I just think, to me, when I see 2.5 road dog and 6.5 road dog for opening numbers, it just kind of always makes me look, and I say, which way is the public going to look on this game? And if the home team looks attractive to me, I look to the road team in those numbers.
174-61, San Francisco has outscored their opponents on this 5-game winning streak.
No question about it. We'll see next week. Maybe you got a dinner bet with him. You can go a lunch bet with me.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
You got it.
All right, there you go.
I'll give
Let me
you the
tell
hook.
you,
I'll
I
give you
eat more for lunch
6 and
than
a hook.
he eats for dinner.
One way or another, we're
Two
going to
guys,
fatten this guy up.
Skinny guy in the middle could be getting buried.
All right, guys, we got one video left here. We're going to come back. Monday Night Football. How did I get all the great games this week? We're going to look at
Situational player.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at Tampa Bay, Miami Dolphins, Monday Night Football. What a way to close out the week. That's up next. Pregame.tv.